Okay guys, today I will show you two major changes which is coming in the next update, which is in around 6 to 8 weeks from now, because I'm taking a break and just working when I can because I have real life stuff to do. Okay, so um, let's start with actual changes to the zones. When you go to the bottom, you will now have flag zone defaults. This means we now no longer use flag zone settings inside the main config JSON file. As you can see on the left, only settings for territory is enable them, setting the creation mode and the territory flag PvP zone check interval means when we open the admin menu, go to territory, we only see these three settings now there. When you want to change any setting for your flag zones, now it is using the same system as all the zones to use in the zones JSON, which means it works like contaminated zone defaults or vanilla UHREG1. We just have now a setting here for flag zone defaults. So you can decide now which type it is. You can have a no logout position for it also if you want, but that's not useful for flag zones, I guess. And you can set the labels and all that. Whatever you want, you can have custom icons for flag zones and so on again. And then you can have it in here. So when we now, for example, where's the flag zone? I don't have one here. So we go and spawn one just in showcase. Territory flag, we spawn it. You will see I need to add myself to allowed raiding players first. Okay, so you're going to see now that we have here a raid zone, which is in the zone JSON file, flag zone defaults, and its zone type here, which is raid. We can now change it here and reload, but nothing will change. Reload zones it's now, because the zone is an old zone. We need to recreate it by lowering the flag and then raising the flag again. And you will see now I have the PvP icon in red in the center of the screen. This is now a PvP zone. So you do change it no longer in the main config. You change it now in the zone JSON file. And it's a dynamic zone. This means you can't edit it in-game. You have to do it in the JSON itself, not in the admin menu anymore. In the admin menu, we only have these three settings now. Maybe I change that later, but I'm busy and the time is, limited. So the next change is, you probably saw that we have now options to set days. Each day can have a default start and end hour. I will show you that for a new zone. I actually don't have any zone. So what we're gonna do is now I'm gonna remove this, and then we go to the zone editor. We create a zone and we save it. And then you see zone 0, and here you have all the settings you need. It still needs testing, of course. You won't be able to change the days anymore later on when it's released inside the zone editor. At least not this way how it is now. I maybe have to redo this. The UI is still in process. I first need to make sure that everything works, and then I can adjust the interface for the admin menu. But yeah, so here's the new zone, zone 0, default display zone text, blah, 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 blah. And then you see day configs, Monday from 0 to 24. So we have today, for me at least, Wednesday. So what we're gonna do is it's always active on Wednesday. We need to port to the zone actually. Let's port here. And you see it's a PvP zone. So what we can do now is we can say, okay, so let's change this to start at 15 p.m. for example, and not at 0. And when we reload zones, you will see that this zone now is not there anymore. It's inactive here because, yeah, it's not 3 o'clock, right? So as you can see down here, we have 14:56 and it will only turn on at 15. Yeah, you can also what you see is now we don't have any zone right now. We don't have any PvP state or PvE state. This is because the main config also has changed. I know it's pretty much complex now, but we do have here, for example, here the global PvP zone days and the global PvE zone days. And yeah, it's not falling back to any of these at the moment because I still need to change the logic behind, which is pretty sad. This is the most tricky part I'm working on currently, so that you also can set global PvP and global PvE zone and days at a specific time. And yeah, it's pretty annoying to do all the rework, but I guess it's the best for the future. Okay, so PvE, oh wait, let me actually see. Where's the setting? That is, let me disable PvE, PvP. Okay, it's not going to PvE, but to PvP. Yeah, I need to check that later on. I'm not sure why that is. Oh, because I removed what? Okay. So what we're gonna do is we copy this and paste it inside here. I missed this day. Then we reload main. Okay, see, it's the small things. So we have still 2 minutes until the zone 0 is active again on today. And as long as it's inactive, it's falling back to the global because it's inactive, okay? So yeah, we use the global here. So make sure all these settings do match. You have them correctly set in the next update. You will get 2 weeks to test, and this is more than enough, but I have to make this change because a lot of people wanted it, and it is more flexible for you to set up events and all that stuff, right? So you are not forced to just make 0 to 24 on every single day. So let's wait this 1 single minute right now, and you will see as soon as it is 3 o'clock, we should turn into PvP and the zone will be active here. So just let's wait. Yeah, a minute is very long, I would say. Still nothing. Make a cigarette. Okay, there you go. You see, it's 3 p.m. and the zone is active now, and we should see it on the map actually. Why it's not showing on the map, I'm not sure. Could be a bug in displaying. Let me see. Let me see that. Draw shape is active. Zones. Okay. So there's a small issue there. I have to test when a zone goes active. The player maybe needs to reload. Yeah, but that's how it works. As you can see, we can currently set each day on a specific time to be active. And if there is a small gap which you have not set, it will fall back to the global PvP, PvE. And if there is no global PvE or global PvP to be set, then it will use vanilla daisy. So means, for example, when we have here global PvE, we remove the Wednesday, and we also remove the Wednesday here. Then reload main and zones. And zones, you will see we don't have any state. We have no icon, nothing. So there is nothing active now. It is simply vanilla rules. Means everyone can kill me, I can also kill everyone. So if you want to have a PvE, make sure that you have the global settings correctly set. Now we reload main, and you will see it's PvE now, because it took the global PvE. All right, that's basically it. I hope you like it, and see you next time.